Here's a recap of Google I/O 2026 and what it means for your insurance agency. Because search is no longer a tool, it's becoming an agentic decision engine. And here's what that means to you and what you need to do about it. And that's the topic of today's briefing. Google I/O 2026 happened approximately 10 days ago, and I want to give you the big picture so you know what you need to be doing with your insurance agency, how you need to be approaching your online marketing today, especially as it pertains to search, and how you need to be repositioning your thinking in the days ahead. You see, Google I/O 2026 confirmed our thesis. It's what I've been talking to you about for the last 18 months. And what it really did is it raised the stakes for you as an insurance agent or as an agency owner. What Google I/O 2026 confirmed is that AI first search behavior is how search works today. It also confirmed that conversational and multimodal search is the way things are happening. That AI generated summaries and AI overviews are taking over. That long context reasoning engines are the driver. And that autonomous agents and planning are becoming the wave of the future. And that persistent AI assistants are going to become more of the norm. And Google introduced Gemini Spark. That's been their internal AI agent that they have been using internally at Google, and they are now releasing that publicly. Now, let's also talk about what it accelerated. There is now Ask Maps. There is now Ask YouTube, and there is now Docs Live. There's also AI organized search engine results, replacing the ranked lists that we've all been familiar with. There's workflow delegation and agentic execution. And then there are persistent, personalized AI assistants that are going to continue to work on longer tasks. And there are conversational refinement loops as well. You also have background task execution that will continue to work ongoing. Now, there's a fundamental shift also when we talk about search. So we're going to talk about what search was and what search is becoming. So to begin with, search was helping users find information. Search is now becoming executing workflows on your behalf. Search was returning ranked blue links. Search is now becoming summarizing, comparing, and recommending. Search was indexed websites competing for links. Search is now AI choosing who gets recommended. Search was users doing the research themselves. Search is becoming agents completing tasks autonomously. Search was rankings equaling visibility. Search is now becoming trust equaling eligibility. Let me drive this point home. You're no longer competing for clicks. You're competing for AI trust eligibility. Let me get that term really cemented in your mind. Trust eligibility. The AI has to determine whether you are eligible to be trusted so you can be recommended. What this means for your agency is that the competitive landscape has permanently changed. You have AI overviews. They now appear on over 50% of search queries. and that reduces the traditional click-throughs significantly. You now have Gemini Spark, and that is persistent AI agents that are now remembering context and making recommendations on behalf of the user. In fact, Gemini Spark is being released in a new version of the Chrome browser that was announced as being released in June. I will tell you, it's already been released. I demonstrated it to my team on a call on the Tuesday after Memorial Day. So it has been released already. It has the Agentic Gemini Spark agent built into it. There is now Ask YouTube, video answers being extracted directly into search, and content without video becomes invisible. And video was discussed at great length in Google I/O 2026. So if you are an agent who is video averse, you are in trouble. You are going to have to make video a part of your marketing ecosystem. So the agencies that are going to dominate the next 3 years will not be the best advertisers. They will not be the best SEO practitioners. They will be the most machine understandable, machine trusted local authorities. Let me say that again. The agencies that are going to dominate the next 3 years are not going to be the best advertisers. They are not going to be the best SEO practitioners. They are going to be the most machine understandable and the most machine trusted local authorities. So I want to give you 7 strategic steps to stay ahead of the shift. This is your action plan. These are not optional upgrades. They are the new baseline for insurance agency marketing. You're going to want to take this down. So get a notepad and a pen and write this down. And if you're not in a place where you can do that, then come back to this recording and take notes when you get the opportunity. Step number 1, you need to evolve from SEO to agent eligibility optimization. And here's why this matters. It's not just can Google read your content. The new question is, will Google's AI agents trust you enough to recommend you? And here are the action steps behind this. You need to implement comprehensive schema markup. That is organization schema, local business schema, FAQ schema, service schema, author schema, and review schema. You also need to treat structured data as AI trust infrastructure, not just technical SEO. You need to optimize for Gemini Spark and AI search. So that is booking, scheduling, and recommendation flows. Those need to be very clear. And you need to build machine-readable service descriptions and conversion pathways. Those also need to be clearly defined. So the outcome is your agency becomes an entity that AI agents can confidently recommend, not just a website that ranks. So it's a change in your thinking. The second piece is structured entity authority. You have to build consistency across your entire web graph. And here's why this matters. Because Google's AI evaluates corroboration and consistency across every signal on the web. So a strong Google business profile with a weak LinkedIn will read as a low trust. So everything has to be consistent. So here's your action steps. Audit and align your Google business profile, your website, your YouTube channel, your reviews, your Facebook, your LinkedIn, your citations. Ensure that you have name, address, and phone number consistency across all directories and all platforms. Publish entity reinforcing content on each platform and do that regularly. And then create an entity authority calendar. So systematic cross-platform publishing. And here's your outcome. Your agency will become a recognizable, corroborated entity, and that is the foundation of AI trust. The third piece, video is search infrastructure. Google talked again at great length about video. It is no longer optional. It is search infrastructure. And here's why this matters. Google is now parsing videos semantically. It extracts spoken recommendations and it serves them directly in AI answers. So Ask YouTube, their new feature, makes video a primary search surface. Here's your action steps. Every major insurance topic needs written content plus short form video plus long form video explanation. You need to add transcripts to all videos for AI indexing and content extraction. Optimize video titles, descriptions for conversational queries, and then distribute every video to Google Business Profile posts, social channels, and email sequences. The outcome is your agency will appear in video extracted AI results. This is a channel that most of your competitors have not built. The fourth thing, conversational authority architecture. You need to build conversational search trees in your content. And here's why this matters. Insurance clients don't search linearly, so a query for homeowners insurance Corpus Christi quickly evolves into flood, deductibles, hurricane exclusions, bundling, and so your content has to guide that journey. And here's your action steps. Restructure every major service page to anticipate and answer follow-up questions. Build topic cluster ecosystems so that every answer links to the next logical question. Create FAQ-rich content that mirrors real conversation patterns. And map your content to the full insurance decision journey, not just the top of the funnel. So here's the outcome. Your ecosystem will become the guide for the full decision journey. And that will increase conversion and AI citation frequency. The fifth thing is shift your success key performance indicators. Reframe how you're measuring your marketing success. Here's why this matters. AI overviews, AI mode, and conversational interfaces reduce traditional click-through rates. Agencies who are measuring only traffic and rankings are actually going to misread their own growth. So your action steps are you need to track AI visibility share and citation frequency alongside your rankings. You need to monitor branded search volume growth because that's a key indicator of authority. You need to measure direct search increases and engagement depth. You also need to track assisted conversions and entity prominence over time. Your outcome is you will gain accurate visibility into how your agency performs in the AI-mediated search era. The sixth thing is you need to build persistent AI presence. You need to build a persistent digital presence for AI memory. And here's why this matters. Because Gemini's Spark has persistent AI assistants, and they will remember agencies that consistently appear across multiple signals. Dormant agencies will simply fall out of the AI recommendation layers. So you need to maintain a consistent publishing cadence. Never go dark or silent for 30 or more days. Keep your Google Business Profile activity current with posts, questions and answers, photos, and review responses. And then continuously generate fresh reviews through systematic client outreach. You also want to build an evergreen educational library that compounds your authority over time. And the outcome is your agency stays active in AI memory, recommended even when competitors have gone quiet. And finally, the seventh piece for your action plan is your AI trust signal systems. You need to formalize your insurance authority trust signals. And here's why this matters. Google's emphasis on SynthID, content verification, and source transparency signals are giving increasing weight to verified expertise and credible provenance, especially as AI-generated content floods the web. So your action steps are create verified authorship pages with agent credentials and licensing. Build expert citation architecture. Be the quoted source in your local market. The easiest way to say this is be the face with the place. Use video identity reinforcement. Be the agent on camera. That's a trust signal. And develop consistent entity association across all local proof assets. Again, be the face with the place. The outcome is your agency establishes verified human expertise. That's the premium signal in a world of AI-generated noise. Now, what are we doing? How are we responding? At Agent Branding and Marketing, we started pivoting in late 2023. We were watching what Google was doing, so we evolved our ecosystem early on, anticipating these movements. What we've done is we've accelerated those movements in conjunction with what Google has been announcing. So we started with AEO, Answer Engine Optimization. What we are moving towards is agent eligibility optimization. We call this AEO 2.0. It's an evolution in progress. SEO, we were focused on schema markup, data layers that the AI could read. What we are evolving in is AI trust infrastructure. So we are enhancing those data layers. We have always preached video as content strategy. We knew that the AI was using video as one of its core signals, that it was using video to train the large language models, but now we are driving home that message. Video is part of the search infrastructure, and so that evolution is continually in progress. KPIs and traffic and rankings. We have continually been talking about moving from that to moving to your AI visibility. And so we are evolving with our clients to talk about entity prominence and citation share. How much is the AI platform mentioning you? How much is it citing you as a reference? So we were directionally correct before IO 2026. Now what we're doing is we are operationalizing those evolutions across the ecosystem for our clients, and we are reinforcing that in our messaging to our clients. So as we wind this down, here's what happens next for you as an agent or as an agency owner. The window is currently open for you to have first mover advantage. So many agencies and agents are still trying to win the game with the tactics from 2020 and 2022. And because of that, you now have a clear picture of where things are headed, and you have a head start. If you're not one of our clients currently, we would love to do a full audit with you, identify the gaps in your current system, and help you build and execute a phased implementation roadmap so that you have first mover's advantage. You can do that by scheduling a strategy session with us at agentbrandingandmarketing.com/schedule, or you can call us at 888-572-8758. We look forward to sitting down and helping you map out a game-winning strategy, developing your ecosystem so you can be the dominant agent and agency in your market. As always, thanks for tuning in to this episode, and I look forward to talking with you in our next episode.